Alright guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is Crypto Markets. And please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. And in today's video we'll be looking at five or six blockchain. Yeah, five blockchain will be they're coming out into the markets. I mean, they are just getting started. They don't have their native token already, and yeah, so they don't have their token already, and they're just new blockchains. So there's one thing I will always say: if a new blockchain is coming out that is not EVM compatible, that is using a other smart contract, alright, so it's more like building its own future for itself, then it has a high rate of success. Alright, so if you look at Solana and other blockchains that are not EVM compatible, you look at their success rate, they are just boom, they are just wow. So even if they are EVM compatible, but the fact that they are new blockchains coming out into the space, the space is evolving. We're in the very state of the market already, and these blockchains are coming out, in the next bullish run. This might give us what we need. I understand that most people out there, they are just considering the fact that, okay, fine, I just need the tokens, that I don't care about what the blockchain is saying or what they have, what they do render, what is the services I mean. So that's not what we want to look at. Of course, we are going to talk about their token part of it, but for now let's just talk about the blockchain itself. So if that's what you want in this video, then stick to this video and let's dive into the video. So all right, the first blockchain we'll be looking at today is called space mesh blockchain. All right, so what these guys has is that they don't have much. I'm not sure, so I guess they are using something called proof of capacity, if I'm right. We have proof of stake, we have proof of work, we have, these guys are saying they're having proof of capacity. It's just a way the transaction on the blockchain is being validated and all of that. More like a centralized way of the blockchain. So installing and running the app. So system requirement and hardware for the install. Let's look at how you can participate in this blockchain. Um, I don't know why this is taking so much of a time. Okay, says that is loading. Okay, let's just. Okay, installing and running the application to join the testing. So one thing about these guys is that um okay, one thing about these guys is that, yes, you can participate okay, they already have their testnet already. You can participate about in their mining, I guess. Yeah, let's just check the requirement stuff for you to be able to. Okay, what you will need: good internet connection, 15 free minutes, free disks. Okay, for you to participate on the blockchain. I mean, participating on their testnet, probably mining and all of that. Now, what is this? Okay. I tell these guys are running on proof of capacity. Okay, this is just it. Minimum system requirement: a computer. Something is wrong with this too. A computer with modern Intel blah 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 core 3 or 6 standard, 8 gig RAM, 150. This is just basic. That's just basic requirement for a system. Like for any operating system you are using. They're just the basic requirement for it. So the recommended one is the system. Even if you are using a phone, I guess there are some phones that are capable of running this kind of stuff. The only problem that will be having is just the core part of it, which I'm not so sure if there is an available mobile phone for that. So if you want to participate in their mining and all of that, if you have this requirement, but we suggest you have the recommended requirement. All right, so I would just suggest you, I guess this is about $60 for you to update your RAM and all of that. You can just buy an hard disk. Hard disk should be about $20 or so, or 20 or 25, I'm not so sure. So they also support Linux and Mac OS. All right, so Okay, you can install the app, run a measure, and produce blocks on your laptop if it meets the minimum system requirement. However, you will need to make sure you leave your computer open and connected to power and to the internet 24/7. Occasionally setting up blah 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 blah. This is just basic. Okay, now I want to look at the about proof of space data. Alright, so you only need to set up proof of space data once to smudge. Okay, you don't need to set up proof of stake data once to smudge for an unlimited period of time. So the period of space data size for the space mesh 0.2 testnet is about 2 kilobytes. This kilobyte KIB, I'm not so sure. So the larger your proof of stake data is, the higher your smashing reward will be. Alright, upcoming space main testnets will use closer to mainnet size. So proof of space data size range for this upcoming testnet has not been finalized yet. So you can use any magnetic hard drive or SSD. You can use HDD or SSD, for proof storing, for storing proof of space data. So there's no saving kind of thing, blah 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 blah. So what these guys are basically, what they are doing currently is just, and there's not much on their on with them currently, so you can just participate on their mine, I mean their proof of space stuff, you know. Basically it's just for you to um use their testnet stuff with your computer. If you are able to meet up with it, mining, and you get some rewards. That's just basically what these guys are. So well, for me, if I'm just going to say for now, because there are a whole lot of developers out there that just want to participate in blockchains like this just for them to get some rewards. So I guess if you want to know more about this, I'm not sure if I'm going to be making consistent video about these guys currently, but I'll consider this as the mining part of it for blockchains, and the fact that it's just coming out. So the next blockchain we'll be talking about is NIM, and NYM NIM. So they said building the next generation of privacy infrastructure. Oh, these guys are more like some secret network. I didn't. Okay, I'm going to talk about network in a minute. So they are building the next generation of privacy infrastructure. All right, that makes sense because um there's also that though. So existing internet protocol leaks sensitive data that can be used without user knowledge. Alright, so NOM is developing the infrastructure to to prevent this data leakage by protecting every packet metadata at the network and application layer. So what these guys are basically doing, they're just some private infrastructure blockchains that wants to correct what other blockchains um have done. I mean, past mistake, I might say, or what they feel like. Okay, fine, this is not what it should be. So I can say these guys are more like a competitor for secret network. I don't know why I'm just saying bullshit these days. I mean today. So the name Mixnet is a multi-purpose mixnet that prevents traffic analysis by an adversary capable of watching the entire network, including NSA. What the fuck? What was wrong with me? Sorry about that. Okay, so they have their token. I don't think their token is out already. And the reason why I love these guys is because these guys are not EVM compatible. All the blockchains I'm going to be listing today, these guys are having their own smart contract. Okay, they say we have this, we are supporting a smart contract. We have built our own smart contract ourselves. So the name token NYM incentivizes privacy and is used to make Mixnet decentralized, sustainable, and resilient. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so watch the video.
Privacy is key for the online security and freedom of everybody, but it was not built into the fabric of the
okay.
internet.
So they have some kind of investors as well. I should be able to see. Okay, these guys have started for a while since 2018. So they are
When and
milestone,
where
their
are
big
its
milestone should
stores.
be
This
2023, which
can be
is, I guess,
exploited by
they'll be
eavesdroppers
launching
to
their
undermine their
they'll be
security, or
launching
can be used in large-scale network analysis for mass
this year,
surveillance,
sorry, next year, I
undermining our
guess. Yeah,
freedom and
sorry. So they
autonomy.
have some partnership
NIM
with
is setting off to
Binance,
change
there
this
are a
and to
lot of
transform the
partnership,
internet.
and I guess they
There are
raised about
three
one
key
point
components to the NIM
three
ecosystem: a
billion,
mexnet,
if I'm
anonymous
right.
credentials, and a token. A mexnet is a decentralized network
Okay,
of
they've
computers
raised a whole
arranged
lot
in
of
three
money though. So if
layers.
you're looking for
Your
jobs as
data is
well, you
sent
can
through it
as
with
well
added
search for
layers of encryption. In
jobs
each
here.
layer of the mexnet, your data
Okay, you
is
should
mixed
not
with
have
other
to worry
people's
about
data, making
surveillance.
them indistinguishable from each other and private on the
Okay,
internet.
job
With
openings.
NIM credentials, you can prove
Okay,
your
front
right
end
to
developer, business
access
developer,
digital
ROS developer,
services while
marketing manager,
retaining your
blah blah
privacy.
blah blah blah.
From
You
accessing
can also
public
view for all jobs.
services
You can
to
also join
complying
this
with banking
team. You can also join
regulation,
these guys.
controlling who has access to your medical data, or
Job
participating in online voting.
openings.
And finally, tokens help
Okay,
govern the long-term
applied
sustainability and
cryptography researcher,
scalability of
code
the NIM
developer. Of course,
network.
these
NIM
guys will
is
need a
building a
good
global
cryptography.
privacy
Sorry,
commons.
a good cryptography
Privacy
researcher
is
with
key
what
for
they are doing. Though
transforming the
it's
internet
kind of
to become a
complicated.
truly safe place for
All
people
right,
and
so the
ideas
next blockchain
to
we're
grow
looking
and
at
thrive.
is called Helio or Halio or whatever you're going to call it. Well, let me just say it for the purpose of this video. I just stick to what we have here. So Helio, so zero knowledge is finally here. So the fact that these guys are having different kind of idea just gives me high hopes for the blockchain industry. Where applications become private. So, well, these guys are some kind of private blockchains again. So, modular and compliant, the ultimate toolkit for building private application is finally private application. Okay. So these guys, I guess, they have their own smart contract. They have their own programming language themselves. They're not relying on any blockchain. Sorry. Um. Okay. Because there's nothing much on these guys. Okay. So Alio is building a user experience on the web that is both truly personal and truly private. Wow. Wow. So you can also learn more about this blockchain. This is their programming language. It's kind of different. Let me see. I just want to look at the blockchain, the programming language they are using. Opportunities. That's about the job part of it. Okay, let's look at it. They have their explorer made available already. Yeah, so they have their explorer made available already. Okay, they are using Leo programming model. That would be LPM. Okay, okay, cool. So to make it easy for web developer to try Leo, we are releasing a playing ground for Leo. Just this is just an example for developers to who wants to build. For you to get on new blockchains like this, you just have to understand their smart contract. I mean, their programming language. And for example, this Leo kind of thing, I'm also familiar with it. I'm not even familiar with it. So deploy with confidence from IDE to blockchain and everything in Word. Start programming. So if you want to look out for blockchains out there, you should consider these guys. But I'm also bullish on these guys too. Where application become private, just there. Yeah, but they tried. Hopefully they will do something good. So Aptos. So the next blockchain we are looking at here is called Aptos. Yeah. So Aptos. So building the fastest and most scalable layer one blockchain. So everyone out there are claiming to be fastest and most scalable layer one blockchain out there. But let's see what these guys has. They don't have much um on their website yet. It's all well explanatory. Now, I guess it's made by um some guys. Probably, I'm not so sure if these guys are kind of Facebook though, but scan transaction accounts on the network, discover technical concepts and tutorial, explore. So I guess these guys are also using they're using a non-EVM compatible programming language, but I'm not too sure. So if you want to consider this blockchain as well, you can as well look at it. You can join their Discord. If you want to know about their career, you can as well. For developers, let me look at their block smart contract, the programming language they are using. So they've got some who is ready building it on definite. So we have some amazing companies and projects we are building on up to come join them. So they have VNB chain, yeah, they have Coinbase, they have Pimagic, Raribu. Wow. So these guys are, I guess, they're really commemorating or talking together, from some sort of partnership together, and all of that. Okay. So since these guys doesn't have much, I can say these guys are probably next year they can do something nice, but they can't just put out to the market, not even now. So the next blockchain we are going to be looking at is called Sui, which is the blockchain I'm really bullish on. This might be the next Solana out there, because the way um developers are working on this blockchain, it's just wow. And they can be a blockchain without developers, without those who are building stuff on it. I mean, cool stuff. Those that are solving a whole lot of problems. So if they are not available, then there's something called a blockchain. You can just be there. There's doing a dex, there's doing a staking platform, there's doing you know yield, loan and all of that. So the way developers are coming on board is just wow. And what these guys are saying is that, okay, why Sui? So Sui is the first permissionless layer one blockchain designed from the ground up to enable creators and developers to build experiences that cater to the next billion users in Web3. That makes sense. Yeah. Alright, so I'm not so sure about the permissionless layer one stuff, but they are claiming to be that. They are claiming to be that. So they say financial asset unlocked, enable real-time, low latency trading and divine complex assets with rich attributes that live directly on chain. On chain. So near zero fees. This transaction on Sui cost a fraction of a cent. I said that already, because if you are talking about low fees, low fees on some blockchains, a lot of blockchains out there are saying they are having a low transaction fees. So for me, since these guys are saying near zero fees, it's either it's below a cent or it's just a cent. You know, well, that's not something new. Uh, so these guys are they also have their own blockchain. They also have their own smart contract. I meant, so I want to look at their team. I want to look at their team. I want to look at their team, because their team, I guess, their team, they are some. So we are developer bringing digital asset ownership to billions of people. All we are building, just yeah. So these guys, they are um, those that are working on a blockchain stuff on Facebook or Meta, previously Facebook. So they now came up with this blockchain called Sui. All right. So this is their backers, Samsung. Wow. Wow. So these guys are past. There's a project. I mean, there's a project that should get started. That should kick off on Facebook, but it's never get out to the market. And these guys were the one building it. So they ended up building Sui blockchain. So the fact that Sui is a decentralized proof of stake blockchain with horizontally scalable throughput and storage. So I guess what these guys are trying to say is that, a whole lot of blockchains out there, they are um they are working in a synchronous or sequential way of submitting transactions. For example, if I want to send a token, if I want to send a token from myself to another person, I have to be doing it one by one, which is sequentially or synchronously. I don't know, probably, but these guys said they can do. Uh, they can do a whole lot of transactions together at a time. Yeah, that's what they are claiming to be. And the last time I checked, they said you can get your assets. I mean, your 12 phrases through your email. your email address was your true DMs, something like that. But I'm not so sure I can find it here um website again, because that is more like, okay, fast as fuck. Oh, sorry, I just said that loud. So fast, yeah, very fast. So Sui has horizontally scalable throughput and storage, increasing capacity as your application scale. So that makes sense. Let's see what they have. Let's see what they have. So they are using a smart contract called Move. So if you are considering working on this, you just have to learn about Move, open source programming language for building smart contracts. So it's cool. I love the fact that they are using a smart contract that is a new smart contract. I mean, another smart contract. So what they are building, Listing Labs, is built to accelerate the adoption of Web3. We are building a foundation of the decentralized future. The fact that these guys are coming into the Web3, building um uh building you some cool stuff there. It's just wow. Wow, Adeniyi Abiodun. This guy is a Nigerian though. It doesn't look like a Nigerian. That makes sense. Alright. I love seeing Nigerian guys on stuff like this. That makes sense. So that's it for this video. This is the blockchain I'm most bullish on, because the way the hype is going and the way blockchain developers are coming on board is just wow. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. If you like and subscribe, please, and I'll see you in another video.